More than 5,000 have already been ordered today. It is today's bonus buy, and what are you getting? You're getting 2 of these egg holders. Each one holds 12 eggs. It has locking lids on it. I'll open it up for you in just a little bit. I want to show you colors first of all. This is that steel gray. So if you love the gray, get the steel gray. Next, you're going to get 2 in spearmint, which happens to be one of my favorite colors. So that's the 2 in spearmint. We also have 2 in red, if you want that. Then we have 2 in the cobalt blue right here. We also offer 2 in golden sand. That's one of my favorites. That's a beautiful, beautiful color. We also have 2 in what we call cool blue, which is a little bit more of our farmhouse series. Then we also have 2 in the rose gold, only 400 of these sets left in the rose gold. We have 2 in amethyst in that bright, beautiful purple, 300 sets left. And then this is the sage green, 200 sets left in the sage green. And I'm going to bring those ahead just right now so you can see them. But these are customer top rated, first of all. And this is the first day we've presented them at this low, low, low price. I mean, really, I've never seen it at this price before. You're going to get both of these for less than $14. That's about $7 each. Normally, I think one of these would be about this price. But we're going to bring in the expert who's been bringing LocknLock to QVC for at least 20 years, maybe. Chris Prime, 30 years as a professional chef. How are you today, Chris?
I am good, Mary Beth. Thanks for having me in today. And I'm so excited we get to work together again. I love doing our shows with you.
Me too.
And you are right. What a great deal on this egg keeper. Oh my God. And it holds a dozen eggs. You're going to get 2 of them. But I'll show you in the this one right here with the blue. So I have a dozen eggs in here. These are jumbo eggs. I'm going to close this up and show you, because with this domed lid, you can put the jumbo eggs. You can go all the way from a medium to a jumbo. Good. And no worries about cracking your eggs. Yeah. So now you are going to take up all that space in your refrigerator. Mm-hmm. You're not just going to put the dozen eggs in there and then nothing on top of it. Now you can stack. If you want to put a gallon of milk on top of it, you can. If you want to stack a whole bunch of Rastelli steaks on top of it, you can. Mm-hmm. So now you're going to use all the space in your refrigerator because they're narrow and long, and now you don't have to worry about storing your eggs. But it's the same great LocknLock, Mary Beth. Easy to open and close one-handed. It has a silicone seal on the inside of it. They're BPA free, so you can reheat in the microwave. You can freeze in here if you want to do baby food, or you want to, make some ice cubes, or if you do anything that you want to freeze, you can freeze in these. And the refrigerator, and for cleanup, top rack of the dishwasher. So still the same great LocknLock, but just now in an egg keeper.
Okay, so here's the thing, and I like to buy the sets of 18. So this is perfect because I can obviously get 18 into 24 holes because you're getting 2 of these. Right. But I always love all your cool ideas of how else to use these. Now, certainly, obviously, Easter has come and gone, but we eat a lot of the boiled eggs, hard-boiled eggs. Yeah. So you could have one with your regular eggs and one with your hard-boiled eggs if you wanted to do that. Give us some other ideas, Chris.
I did boiled eggs. I did regular, and I did the ones with the beets, and I've been snacking on them all day. So it is. It's great to have that, right? It's great to have a protein snack. If you were a dipper, I did a few pieces of calzone in here with some red sauce. But you know what? How about if you like chicken nuggets or chicken tenders and, you want to do a little dipping sauce? So you know what? You can put this right on your table if you're just having a small little appetizer party and use it that way. How about a few little teriyaki meatballs on a little toothpick? Or how about a little meat and cheese on a little toothpick? So great for appetizer trays too, so you can do that. You know what? I still have my Easter decorations up because Easter
I
really
do
isn't
too.
over yet.
Yeah, I do too.
So, but when you do, I have my grandmother collected all, because I'm Polish,
Uh-huh.
all of these fancy painted eggs.
Yes.
I don't want them to get ruined. So I put a little tissue paper on the bottom and I store them because these were my grandmother's and I just want them
Yeah,
to store really nice.
right. Well,
I
I'll
don't
tell
have
you,
to worry about them. They're not going to get dinged or, yeah.
right. That's why a lot of people, believe it or not, are buying more than one set. So I want to go back to the colors. This one
Okay.
is called Sage Green, and it's a well-loved color. It was only brand new last year, and we have fewer than 200 remaining in the Sage Green. Then we also have it in the Amethyst right here, and I'm going to just pile them up like that. There's your Amethyst in that right there, fewer than, what'd you say, 300. Now, this is the rose gold, and the rose gold, there's fewer than 400 to go around. And by the way, don't forget, these are customer top rated. This one is called Cool Blue. Cool Blue. Look at that. How pretty is that? 500 of those to go around. This is Golden Sand. And I like the golden sand because it has this beautiful iridescence, similar to the rose gold that has that iridescence as well. Then we go to the cobalt. You can see right here. I'll get out of my own way. There's the cobalt, and I'll bring them over here. Then we go to the red. And that red is always, always popular. You know what's great is that you can see through it. Even with the lid on, you can still see, you could see my fingers or you could see any of those things. So you'll know what's in there. We have 750 left in the red. Now remember, we sold 5,000 already today. This is actually the spearmint. This is one of my favorite colors. I have several of my new LocknLock sets in the spearmint, which is really just a beautiful teal. And then we also have steel gray. So that's your deeper gray if you want to. I know guys who take this with their fishing lures and they'll put their little fishing lures in each of those. There's other things where if you ever make, let me put it, the crispy and marshmallow bars kind of thing. If you take them out of the pan after they've kind of set a little bit and you work them into like an egg shape, you can have treats like that in here. And so that's another fun thing to do. There's really, and also when you were talking about ice cubes, you could take this and use it as, like, if you're making ice cubes for a punch, but you don't want to water down the punch. You make the punch and then put some of the punch in each of these and freeze them. And that way, when you put it in the punch to keep it cold, it still keeps the flavor of the punch without watering it down. Those are all little things that I'm sure I learned from you, Chris.
And you're right. All of those things, Mary Beth, and I learned them from all of you out there, because when you call in, you're like, this is how I use it. This is how I use it. So I kind of borrow all of your ideas, which is great. But now with your grandkids, Mary Beth, they do the watercolors. You can put like little paints in them. They can carry it, because they're going outside with them.
Right.
And they can have their own little paint set. So you can do that. You can do crafts in there. If you are a beader or a jewelry maker or anything like that, right? You can separate it in all the little sections. So you can do that with them. So yes, I know they're an egg keeper, but just like all LocknLocks, when you get them home, you're like, if you make the cake pops, how do they set up? So, you need a place for those to set up, so you can put them in a little egg cup and let them set up,
Chris,
so yeah, when you get home, so many ideas.
I have a little question for you, and it's only because I don't know the answer. And just on the two end ones, there's almost like a little foot to it. Why is that there?
We put the foot on there so it makes it easier if you do want to heat up in the microwave with these. I know most people won't. but the microwaves can get around it. Because
Yes.
something, if you are putting a appetizer or a meatball or something like that in there, or a
Right.
little hot sandwich, a little mini toasted cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the microwaves can get around the
Ah.
the feet. Yep,
See,
because they still are BPA free.
yeah. And that's the beauty of the Lock and Lock is that if you've never had it before, it really
Hmm.
truly is, it saves time, it saves money, it saves space because now, like we said, if you go out and just buy a carton of 12 eggs and you put them in your refrigerator, you really shouldn't put anything on top of them because you
Right.
never know if one of the kids puts a big jar of jelly and kind of bangs it down, then you're going to
Right.
lose your eggs. This way, it keeps it sturdy. It keeps it solid so you can, stack things
Stack.
up. And that's the beauty of getting 2 of these for this price. Now, I'm going to remind you, this is customer top rated. You're getting 30% off the price. It normally was $20.75 for 2. Your price less than $14 for 2. Beautiful colors to choose from too. That is that sage green. Kind of matches my sweater right there. So sage
does.
green right there. I'm going to come on over. Let's start over here, Haley, this time. These are your set of gray. So if you want to get the steel gray, that's what that one is called. Then we have the spearmint. So there is your spearmint. It's like a beautiful teal. Then we have the red right there. Very, very popular in the red. Then we also have cobalt blue. Hey, this would be a great gift idea too. Are you going to a bridal shower? I'm going to a bridal shower tomorrow. No, it's a baby shower. Sorry, I had to stop and think. Wait, she's having a baby. This is the golden sand. It has a beautiful iridescence to it, like a champagne color. This is that cool blue right there. Then we also have rose gold, beautifully done. There's not as many left in the rose gold, 350 left. And then also the amethyst purple, 250 here. Here's the best part. Now, by the way, what you have to remember is that this is the time to place your order. You're getting this special bonus buy price, today's bonus buy, for just a short period of time. Basically today and tomorrow pretty much. And so I don't know if they'll last till tomorrow. We've already sold well over 5,000. But the key here is that next time you go and buy eggs, or next time you open, tomorrow morning, you'll open your refrigerator and you'll take out the egg crate. And how many times has that egg crate accidentally come open on you? I mean, sometimes they're made out of styrofoam, sometimes they're made out of cardboard, but either way, they're not shut that tight. And so if you've ever taken that out, and even if like all the eggs are out from one end and then all the other eggs are at the other end, and you've pulled it out and the heavy end is away from your hand, bang, on the floor. That's money. You don't need to put the, trash in the cash in the trash, excuse me. You want to keep good, containers to be able to use these and use them for more than just eggs. Now, here's the other part that's great about this, Chris, and that is that when you open up and you get both, if you take a dozen eggs and you make deviled eggs, this is where your deviled eggs go. Just cut them differently. Cut them so that they're vertical instead of horizontal, right?
Well, right. And then the tip with that too, Mary Beth, cut the wider end because that's where the yolk is.
Yes.
And you know what? I cut the wider end because that's where the yolk is. And then guess what I do? I just take that white and I just chop it up in the yellow part that I'm making the deviled with, and I just stick it right back in.
It's a great idea.
We didn't mention this. Yeah.
Go
and
ahead.
we didn't mention this, Mary Beth. These are also part of our nestable line. So if you aren't using these or you get more than the one set, these will all nest. And with the lids being domed, you put them upside down and the lids will nest underneath them too.
Oh my goodness.
So that's right. Not taking up a lot of room.
Yeah. And if you typically do deviled eggs. Everybody goes, oh, you got to bring your deviled eggs. And you usually make 2 dozen deviled eggs. I mean, like, 2 dozen, so you got 24 altogether.
Yep.
You'll need 2 sets of this, all right? You will.
Right.
So that's the part that if you want to be able to get these, because 1 dozen eggs will make 24 parts, right? 24 deviled
Right.
eggs. No, I guess not if you're cutting them vertically, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
then I'm going to back up and correct myself. So for 2 dozen eggs, this would work fine when you're cutting them vertically because you're really only getting the 12 instead of the 24. But nevertheless, in case I confused you all,
But if you do